I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is June 11, Wednesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So watch these videos. Might be my last video, we'll see, but this video was made last Thursday, last week. We talked about coming up to this weekly objective, mentioned it in this week on Sunday night. Also, we have this example here of as one of some of the wild examples that I show is like maybe a little outside the box, but at the same time, the logic is really good. But you can see that when I made this video here, we didn't just keep going to that target. We retraced first around here, and then we bounced up for the CPI. Just a little bullish CPI, and then very manipulative and came back. But the point is what? Well, we came here and then to sell off. This was maybe a little extreme, but we did all this up. We pushed up, and then we sold off all the way back around to this 50 here, and then we bounced back up. So now we're kind of sitting here while we're doing this video live. So the logic is still there, right? Like it could have retraced and then bounced up from here, or what I'm showing. We don't know. Could have had a flash sell. But the logic is just what it is, right? So beautiful, man. Let me tell you, I'm going out with a bang here. So, and let's go right into it. This is going to be super fire. I'm going to try to make this short, as I always say. But you'll see that we're reaching that area here. The bottom 25% is being used for the sell. I'm not a part of 830's push up, obviously, but you know, beautiful little higher lows before it, as usual. And then the sell off, right? And then buying back up. So is it going to push up from here, or is it going to retrace back? Well, and you're going to say, well, why did you take the trades that you're about to show me then the way you took it? Well, because I want to be done before London close. And I understand the extra possibilities. What that means is you'll see in a second how we get a failed high and obviously sell off for the sell model that's got created as liquidity, which is always risk, which is fine. But that's why I'm not in the market past a certain time. So you'll get to see what I mean in a second. So we'll jump into, I'm going to do this here so I can go out with a bang and show the trade. So here you're going to see we have the 1 minute supply wick. Inside 50% of that, the price action is coming to it, right? We have this dark line right here. That's the bottom 25% of that daily that we've been talking about, right? So we come above it for a second, and then we sweep it again with these little lows, these lower highs that they're trying to get. They know people are trying to sell this bitch because why? Well, when we push up from 830 here, obviously big and balanced. We have breakout levels here, liquidity built right there. That's the sell model original consolidation right there. And you see this funky ass price action here from 804 or whatever this was, I forgot. If you look to the left now, to the bottom left on the 15-minute, you'll see that I have this as a swing here. I'm coming to the market and I'm seeing this price action already. All this price action has already happened, right? So what does that show me? Again, just like these previous videos of us pushing up, when I give you the example of us from low here to high, what did it do? Higher highs and higher lows, and of course, they retrace back. So when I made the video here, right here, they came up, squeezed sellers here, push back down to push buyers, push back up, try to be confusing like the order flows there, rated there. You can see we're in a 3.5 to 4 from that previous projection. Watch yesterday's video. And then what they retrace back, right? You see it back right on top of that bearish weekly, which is below here in the pink. And then the daily is also in the background. But we had that gray gap. You'll see how this gray gap gets used and who has this on their chart. There were trades based off of this levels, which you'll see in a second, which are just fire. But anyways, this shift here, you can see I got a projection here. You can see it's a high, it's a low, and then we break above it. Very simple price action. Oh, what's that? Bounce right off of that. Fucking beautiful, which is over here on the 1 minute. See that right there? Boom. Look, dude. And then they do this. They shaking out. But this is, I'm looking at this as a higher low, a higher high, higher low, and then a higher high, and then whatever. At the time, if you look on the 1 minute now, you can see I'm highlighting this 50% range. See the high here, and then the 50, and then the here. Right? So why am I not using this? I could, but I was just getting a general gist of, I know that this low and then it makes a high, makes a higher low. I'm using the and then this pops up on a 15-second. You'll see what I'm talking about. I can't go into detail because it's just too long video. But if this makes this high and then it makes a higher low here and then it pops back up. So I use this range for fair delivery here. I could have even put it, to be honest with you, like somewhere here, but I was just, you're just gauging the 50%. Plus, anyways, I have the 50% of that imbalance right there. And then all the levels here. This is the daily gap. That's the midnight level there. You'll see all this stuff being used in a second. And what am I doing here? Well, we have a new high here. So I'm literally, in my example that I'm showing you, we pushed up. Where's my retracement? At the least, I don't care if it's bullish or bearish. And at the least, where is I have two reasons to sell here because of a retracement. If it goes through, I don't give a fuck, right? But the point is, you're selling off, right? And you have that algorithmic daily level, daily 25% level. It's just can't get any better than this, bro. I have this projected here. You can see I did it from here. I did it to here, but I've also did a screenshot from here to here. I don't think I have it here, but I also measured this. But this was, I ended up kind of flowing with this range that you can see because why? High, higher low, high, break. So we're measuring that. You can see the 101.5 is my minimum target with this. I got it highlighted here. I wish I did this more in the day, but it's fine. 50%, you have that level. And if you look to the left, I don't draw it or anything, but it's this level right here. See this high? This is the high of Asia. And you see where it is now. If you couple that, what's it called? You'll see that that's in this area too. And we have this right here. See this high right here? We bust through that. So I'm marking this area as a golden area for me. So while I'm selling here, and this is the entry method here, just straight confidence as well, we get a 5-minute imbalance. I didn't mark it 5 minute, but this is a 5-minute imbalance. You can see we tap in. Some people call this an auction where it's a low, and then it makes a lower high and it busts through. We retest the area. Look how they come back twice again. So they make another low. They come back to it. We're just in this. Right, and then look to the tick, boom, bounces underneath it. And what am I doing here? The flow is working for me. I'm catching the retrace. I know 930 is about to open. The opening range gap is now going to expose itself as it being a premium, and we most likely want to come and seal that, right? So I'm taking this trade and it's flowing through beautifully. And projection here 1 to 1.5, and then you had the 2 to 2.5, and then what do? We come down here and we just bounce up for a lower high. I didn't even have it was so focused, I didn't have a chance to draw the first imbalance, which is going to be right here. But this candle hasn't even closed. So I'm doing my job managing the trade. I want to take the profit. I want to take a couple good trades and be done. And you'll see how the flow is sick. But anyways, get stopped out. What do we do next, buddy? What do we do next? You can't make all this up, okay? Just so you know. Well, this pops up here. So they seal this. I didn't draw it all the way out, but that's the low of that imbalance. Look how it seals it perfectly there, right? You get some drives here. They're trying to induce you to buy. Lower, oversold, sealed it. Now, of course, I squeeze out. I need to be give you done. But this right here, pops up, and you think this is going to be the buy. Where are the drives? Here's another thing to help you out. Where are the drives? By the way, you see this auction here, as I said, this little pool right here. You can see it here happening on this. We bust above. We make these highs, and then we bust above. Forget the wicks right now. Look at the bodies, and then we come in, and we're in this area. That's why supply demand zone guys that don't know what they're really doing, they're just highlighting this area and expecting to buy. But as you'll see on the look at the 15-minute for a second. Look at the bodies and all my examples where the bodies are. Bodies are right here. Look at right here. Look at the body right there on the midnight level right there. You see that shit? Can't make that up. And then it's just a higher high, higher low. You see this? So it shifts above, higher, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. I'm selling in for. I misordered that move 1. Move down 2 is I'm catching with it, and with the 930 flow down, dump and pump is what I was generally looking for. And you'll see what I mean. This is a dump, comes down. Look how it taps. Look how it taps where we are. Oh, come back here now. you'll see oh, by the way, before I say that, look at that body on the 15-minute. See how we pushed up and it closed, then it opened here. You see that? That right there is algorithmic. I'm expecting to this possibly close lower. If not this candle opens on it where the close. I expect even if it goes up, when it crosses over, you're going to see a body there. That's very, very specific and algorithmic. This is not no buyer, this ain't no buyers and sellers and supply demand shit, you know what I mean? But in general, what's it called? We get another drive down. Here's drive 1, here's drive 2, and here's drive 3. So here, if you took this loss, I understand, but look at this. Now I have the first imbalance. You include the gap. You can see 50%. You're going to see beautifully how we use it in a second later. To the tick, buddy. And then you can see that, right there on the 25% of the opening range gap. Bodies below as well, but the goal is for another drive down. So this is sell 1, push down, you could have took profit. Pops up. Sell 2 for lower high, push down. Retraces back. Sell 3, drive down, lower high. So if this doesn't keep going up, obviously it's going to be selling here, right? And then once you do that, you see that we do come down, and I'm sorry, here, 2 to 2.5 right here, and we're inside that. We just sweep these guys right here. And so sick, dude, like how beautiful it is. And then look how we tagged that weekly old gap. I'm telling you right now, 99% of people on the internet do not have that level on their chart. That right there is this trade, how I'm actually executing this trade. You can't make that shit up, bro. Okay. As far as taking losses the first time trying to catch it is another thing, but the general idea is still panning out. Okay, wick trade comes back in, whatever, and then I want to see momentum oversold. Where am I taking this buy? Well, I am bullish, so that's the obvious reason of why me selling here for a retracement, pushing back up. I know the ranges can be a little bigger, obviously because of CPI and allowing time, but I'm looking for the dump in that pump, right? So it's a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. That's the whole logic of what I'm doing, 1 and 2. So we push up. It's pushing up beautifully. Where am I coming to? I want to get back into here. I want to squeeze the trade out. I want to take the profit. I don't want to trade too long in the day. That's my edge. Could you have traded longer? Sure, but I'm not trying to. I got stuff to do, and I want to chill. On top of that, right? I want to get off this video now, even. But beautiful execution and taking out the profit, and no coincidence that we're coming right back. Ooh, right there. What's that? Right there. See these highs right here. People are making decisions based off of it, but I also want to come back up. And when I buy this, my minimum goal is to squeeze up into here. But number 2, it's also to take some liquidity out for the easy sellers. Why? Because this was easy selling. You just saw me catch this, right? So watch this. Okay, can't make this up. I get squeezed out right there. I just showed you. Get squeezed out right there. What does it do? So as I just gave you the drives examples of push down, retrace 1. Push down, retrace 2. These are all swings and lower highs. So I'm doing the same thing up, right? Watch this. I pushed up for 1. You saw me get squeezed out. I allow it to retrace. Now I have this imbalance. I don't think I drew it when I squeezed it out originally. No, not yet. But there's these imbalances here. Oh, which one is it? It's so hard to think about it. Well, this one would be kind of close, right? I wouldn't want to even take this trade as a buy right here. But, okay, what's one underneath that? A second one. This is more reasonable. Why? Because from low to high, and if we're talking general price action, where it's 50%, it's sitting here. Do they want to give you a discount of 50% on that rate? No. They don't want to come back here. It's a balanced price range. They're not trying to hit it. If it came in here, it could have still bought. But the point of simple logic is watch this one right there. I'm highlighting this one with the gaps. We got 50% opening range gap right there. And then you have this inversion. See this inversion right here? I got it highlighted. X marks the spot. Comes tags the 50 twice of the bullish imbalance. Almost tags it to the tick, which I think it does. To the 50%. You got to use gaps of that inversion, and then it's the upper quadrant, right, of all this, right? And you can see we're digging in, and you can see that the opening range gap as well. And what's the goal here? Well, I'm catching. You just saw me squeeze 1 up. Now I'm catching the retracement for that's another position. I could be doing that all day long as far as taking one, adding multiple positions, but I'm not doing that. Can I do that? Yes, I know how to do that. If you ever been wondering that, I don't know if you have, but this is just fire. But the goal is for me to just full pull. So, anyways, because my trade is just I know where price is going for the fact that it's very obvious of these easy sellers. See this liquidity here? This was actually easy. This sucked if you sold it there, but if you were following, look at the bro. You got to see the details of everything here. Again, break. Oh, simple support resistance ideas right there. But I'm coming up to get these guys because, dude, this is fucking impossible to catch unless you got anywhere in here. Okay? I'm not about to push buy right here. Let it fucking go. Look at this shit by itself. This 804. I have no reason why they did that. They did that to shake everybody out. But again, yes, it was a higher low. I saw this. Yes, and I saw all of this, but I'm not involved. So it's just smart trading. But yeah, I see this. I see that. I ain't gonna get into it. But anyways, 2.5. I said that. We're pushing up. I'm measuring this last down candle. Just the candle only. Right? Refined. And sometimes it's mix up. You could have measured the consecutive, but I do this for refinement. What was my goal? As you see, I got in here. I got in my entry, right? Generally want to be around that 50. And then you see it push up. So right here, you might think it's selling. Nope, pops up, gets above that first imbalance. Boom, boom, up to the 930. Come back right to that 50. Right, can't make that up. Beautiful. I'm expecting all this order flow. So I'm pushing up. Forget this little pocket right here. It's nonsense. Not really a big deal. I'm expecting just to keep pushing to get these guys here. Because this is, to be honest with you, really easy. And then what was I going to say? So what do we got? 2 to 2.5. I'm expecting to get somewhere up here. But again, I'm squeezing. I don't give a fuck. Don't need to be perfectly right. Have the bottom of that daily imbalance. And that's just really it. Do I see this 50 up here? Yes. Am I married to it? No. Where's the proof? I'm squeezing in, showing you. I don't got to be right to come up there. And what if it doesn't go up there? So good trading is taking logical. So this is why I do the way I do, because of the fact that I'm not married to up here. If I was to have tried to be married to up here and didn't squeeze it out and the price came back, and as you know, we came below, I would be pissed, right? But guess what the smart thing is? I take all that out of my head. And I just do it simply like this. I take the profit, squeeze it. There's going to be more moves. This is move 1 up from down here to up here. Move down 2, which is what I caught. Move up 3. Now, up here, is it going to keep going or is it going to sell off? It could sell off very easily, all right? And it did. But where's the proof? I'm getting out here. I'm getting out. Look where I'm screenshotting it. It's literally, I know I'm going to get these motherfuckers right here. I'm squeezing it. Get out. Okay, then what do? Just to clown, and I did a video of this recently. I'm using at the time, I didn't draw there's a 5-minute imbalance here. You could, in this blue right here, there's a 5-minute imbalance. It's on a 5-minute. And, you saw me screenshot it right here. I already get stopped out right there. What does it do? It taps back in. I took this buy, and where was I? Originally, I took this buy here, and then I took it right to here. And I couldn't even screenshot it. I wasn't even interested. I was going to be done for the day. Look what time it is. Now we're getting into London close. So it's 10:50. This thing can retrace any time. So what am I doing? But I know we're slowly inching up. Where? This little pocket right here. Motherfuckers thought they were slick, which this was a nice trade. Shit, I'm up here. So, they can't even touch me, right? But I already took that profit. Bingo. But the point is we bounce on that 5-minute. We get right to the bottom of that daily. And then I wanted to take the screenshot and I missed it and I just got the fuck out. When the price came right back here, all right, and came back in and swept these guys right here, I just knew that we were still buying. It's a higher low. So this is high, higher low. High, higher low. High, higher low. All right, those are higher highs, obviously. But you see that? So I'm when it dipped in and took out that little liquidity, I bought it. And I kept it to get above this gap here. The daily gap. This is a small trade, bro. This is a scalp for me. And you think I'm too big to show? People don't make this amount of money in a day. 90% of people don't make that much in a day. Just talking general, right? Okay. So what am I doing? I'm just trying to squeeze it up, see what I can get, see if it can push up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm ending the day. We got into the 2 to 2.5. We're slowly tagging these motherfuckers right here. I don't give a shit what happens after this. What happens after that? Ah, you don't say. Look, we end up squeezing up more, playing around. Now it's 11 o'clock, right? I'm fucking done. I was thinking for a sell-off to take a retracement trade for a sell, but I was bullish and I wanted to keep going up. That's why this is a moment where you have to also say, you gotta walk away, you gotta stay away, right? Because all types of shit can happen. Move up 1, move down 2, move up 3. Move 3 didn't keep going. So where's 4? There's 4 right there. So you took everybody that's greedy holding they shit. And guess what? Was I a part of that problem? Nope. Now, as it's so small and I'm like, dude, this thing is about to sell. But I was like, nah, you're done. You have a good day, bro. You have a lot of stuff to do. And I got packing to do. So negative 2.5 right there. See that? Oh, to the tick, bro. Boom. And I was like, and I saw this candle, this 1105, push down hard. And it's not really a big ass candle, but it shows me something right there, right? We got time involved too, because the 1050 to 1110 is in the play. And what did they do? These bastards brought it down with this sharp shit right here. And I was like, oh, I knew it. And I was like, you know what? Just walk away. This is you can take this sell here. It's very hard to catch it, so you probably didn't even catch it. But if you did, or this one, this is a lower high. See, we're sitting inside this imbalance right there, right? And then, but before that, selling from here to here is logical because it's that first imbalance, right? We're testing this area. Notice how it's very similar to the green level that I marked before 9:30 even fucking opened, right? It's just very logical. Take a look at the price action. It's a high, bust through it. We come back, come underneath it. Come lower, come to it, come above it, come to it. It's just logical. But if it's a lower, now we're getting into this conversation. If I was more aware, I didn't have to be more aware. I wasn't going to trade anymore. So that's a different situation. But the idea of coming up, and if it was to retrace deeper, this from low to the real final leg high or high, all right, not there or there. And then where's your higher low? Even if it's going to be doing that. I don't care if it's bullish or bearish, but if it's going to retrace a little bit deeper, you'll probably see that as this is the high, you'll see a lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Like you'll see that leg on a little bit larger scale. And that did happen. Just super fire, buddy. And that's what this is on a 1 minute when you see it. So it sold off. And this is a clue number 2. It's a big, strong move down. So it wasn't just to come and wipe these buyers out, which is what they were doing. It's also to, it's kind of letting you know, like, hey, man, remember, we have all these built higher lows here. Look at that, dude. It's way too obvious. That's the reason why I bought here, because I know it is a higher low and they want to get more people in. But guess what? I'm slick to get out. But the point is that this sell model sorry, I should have moved this more. But the idea of this, and people say it's a very tough market right now. It's not that it's tough. It is tough. It's actually really easy. We're getting higher highs and higher lows, and but a lot of people, they can't execute in this type of environment. When you get news weeks and you're getting these higher lows, and then they pull the rug. So you have to expect that. But do you notice, if you've been watching these videos and you have enough videos to learn this craft, just go rewatch from February 23, from 2023, February, Valentine's Day, February 14, from till now. Watch those videos. Just watch those videos, in general speaking, and you'll have everything you need, especially with this last video that I might do. But we'll see. But the point, what I'm trying to say is that flow there, you see the manipulation, how they do it. They build it and then they rate it, and then it's just what it is. But notice what I was trying to say right now is that notice how this whole week's I'm taking profit and I'm done. I'm not as courageous to constantly hold longer, even though I think I'm doing a great job of holding what I'm holding. But what I'm saying is take a look. They pulled it back on you. So look at that, right? They came back and they made this was a signifying, came back up into this imbalance. I didn't even draw it. I wasn't even a part of the rest of the day, obviously, but pulled in. This candle here, this is also not what you want to see if it's bullish. You could see that it's strong to the downside. Okay. Fans in, side this imbalance. Boom, 50%. Look at the bodies here. You got to pay attention to all my charts I'm going to miss a lot of shit, but you'll see it if you pause it. And then we pop up. We come down. Are we going to, not 930, resistance type of thing. It's algo. It's lower low, lower high. It's a leg down. Look at all the drives down. Look at all the lower highs. Tricky there. Lower highs. These are all fucking trades. Target where? Down here. Okay, guess what? It comes down here. Ooh, very close. Very nice, right? What does it do? That's a lower low than that low. Do you have order flow if you keep trading? Okay, lower high. Where does it come back? Boom. Back to 930. All right, then you see that first imbalance, up and down it, up and down it, up and down it. Look right here. You notice it right here? Notice how it just trickles down from right here? Boom, beautiful. 130 is in the picture. PM session is kicking in, selling off. Boom, first imbalance there. Tagging it, very slightly tagging it. And rushes for liquidity from all this shit right here. Oh, this is still in play. 3.5 to 4. We come in. Watch how we come in. Y'all can't do any better than this. Tags that top 25% of the daily. Remember, down here, there's a daily. There's the weekly. That's a daily. Okay? All quadded. Tags it right there. That's not buyers and sellers, bro. Comes up. Comes back into the gap. You have this imbalance here. You have the midnight level. We immediately come right lower. I wanted to show this with the bodies here. Notice how these bodies is right here. This is 2 o'clock, 15 minute. And then the next one opens up. This is 2:15. See how it opens up right above it. And then so when you get transferred back to the 1 minute, comes up. It's a couple drives down, even 3, even if you count this little wick. Right, 1, 2, 3. Boom, comes in. And then rushes to hit the fucking present week gap. Oh, this is just all coincidence, right? Misses the 50 on purpose of the daily. And then look at the bodies there. Crosses over. Boom. What's it doing? Breakout level. Comes back easy sellers. Comes back down to easy buyers. Look at the algorithmic flow. Look at the bodies right there on the fucking midnight level. Look at the midnight level. Look at the bodies. That is not coincidence. All right. In the gap, retraces back to the top 25%. Fucking playing around now. And bruh, you know what else you want? So pretty smooth, and can't beat this. Dollar is also still trickling down. Not helpful. Not very helpful when we were keep selling. That would frustrate you if you kept trying to buy. But guess what? I'm not in the market. Ooh, here's the last fire. You'll see here when we were up here, we had a nice divergence on S&P. And then it made a new high from the data high or whatever. We had lower highs, sold in that bitch, came down. Ooh, came down into here. Look where it came down to. When this made this is another reason why I caught this buy, by the way. Also getting into this wick. Oh, I forgot something else. Just fire. You see this big wick down here? Remember over here to the left right here? See this? This wick right here? See how this is coming inside it? This is just, they looked at it as a gap. All right. Came right back to that. See that? That's also like an imbalance and an objective for them to come down there. That's just a side note, buddy, but super fire. You see this? Lower lows here, higher lows here. So this didn't take out these lows right here. See these consecutive 3 candles? So you look at Dow, higher low. S&P, it's a higher low. And Nas is a lower low. I saw that too. And that's beautiful. Pushing up. Okay, so we got up here. I'm not fucking around. Guess what? Started trickling down back on everybody. Where could you have been a part of? If you understood the bias and the flow, then, you know, if you were gung-ho about being a seller here, then you would be not really rocket science, but you do get a higher high here with Dow. And then you have lower highs here. See that? Nice push down. Beautiful, bro. It's just like, you know, the more you watch this or the more you practice, dude, you're just gonna get better. You keep the small. You're gonna make mistakes forever. You're always gonna make mistakes. I'm not gonna ever be perfect myself, but when you make the mistakes so small and you don't go on tilt, and you know how to be patient and back off, like jump rope, jumping in, waiting like a sniper in the fucking forest, you know, and believing in yourself and you know all that, you'll see the same thing happening every day, right? And if this and if that, you know, like, you know, the probabilities of what the moves look like, and the majority of all this that you've been seeing, it's technically been just higher high, higher low structure is what I'm generally looking for. If it you know, if it's not as perfect as you want, it's because this market is not going to be perfect for you, right? But um you know, I don't know what else I could say, but I'm taking these logical trades, number one, number two, number three, number four. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. And then you can see here, oh, I talked about this a long time ago. So, all right, we swept above. They had no body there. Remember that gap for Dow? They swept it twice, and then they came underneath. So, still no body out there. I think we're still bullish. I'm not seeing a really big, you know, if you get this, you know, maybe you could see a bigger retracement, but I don't really see it happening. I just feel like they're just constantly trying to push up, and there's no body here. So, but nice liquidity that they've built. Dow didn't really take it out, so they were on the more fairer side, generally speaking. But um, god damn, that's fucking ugly. So if I was trading Dow, I would have looked at this like, okay, 830 pushed up hard. I would have tried to take this sell. Look how big the wick is on the 1 minute. Yo, bro. And then sells off where? Comes back to the breakout level. Same idea. Ooh, weekly gap. Same weekly gap. Look at that. Look how they've been fucking around. Oh my goodness. That at least you know, Nas and S&P are giving you more ranges and not coming back so tight. I mean, dude, if that doesn't show you fucking, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Stop trading this shit. But anyways, higher low could have been bought it here. Guess what? Squeeze it up here, and be done. And then, you know, if you're gonna hold the bag, you're fucked. To sell this to here, that's not easy, dude. That's hard. That's hard. But if you saw the divergence and you understood that this built liquidity for a day like this, well, what day is it? Say CPI. Exactly, dude. Do we want to hold it for the moon? Yeah, but is it logical, dude? No. And that's what you see. You see me calling, you know, going to these areas and levels is just that you got to be smart enough to be able to manage the trade, dude. So, and then S&P, you're real ugly though, man. To be honest, it's so tight and ugly. I don't like that shit, man. But hey, that's another reason why I'm keeping it simple and just buying the higher highs and higher lows, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then not getting married to anything. You know what I mean? Just, but just getting the understanding of pushing up. So that's that, and that's S&P. So yeah, I think we're still bullish. And then see, at least with us, we getting like these ranges. You know, I mean, you got to be thankful in a way. But am I missing anything now? What do you think they're if so real quick. So move up 1, move down 2, move up 3, move down 4, break. Move up 5. Even if it was a push up, still a move 5 up. Okay, stops, lower high. Do a fib. Move. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move 6. Okay, move back up 7. I'm doing it like squinching it on purpose. Move 6. Okay. Well, came down, move 7. Pushing up, maybe move 8. Or because why? Well, breakout. People are selling here easily. They're coming back up. So now we're kind of like fucking around. But in the general gist, high, retrace for a higher low with the legs, drives 1, 2, 3, 4 drives. You can see them clearly there, right? And then you're expecting to keep buying up for another leg like this to this side. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I can't really give you a projection from now on because it's like, and what's funny, every time I go on vacation, the fucking everything goes nuts. And now we got all this rioting and stuff going on and all this other extra stuff. So, you know, I'm just going to keep it simple by saying, well, that's internal. That's a sell model. Here's a buy model here. I'd want it to just keep going straight up. That's my bullish idea. Okay. All right. If it doesn't, it's already going up. But if it comes back again, then I would say, okay, from here. So let's just say Asia, London does some. We still have tomorrow news Thursday, which is going to be crazy. So, I'm not interested in trading, to be honest with you. I'm going to try to catch a move or two, but we'll see. But, my weekly objective is met. I said that in the community tab. I said that on Sunday night when I said it, even on Monday's video. And here we go. We tagged it. So, but this would be those two bullish ideas. If we're bearish, and we never make all-time highs, and this is like historical where we stop here and we sell off, and I don't care if it's possible. If it is, it is. Then I would want to see something like this. Some shit like this, and then keep coming down. You'll want to see these bullish inversions. I'm sorry, these bullish imbalances, which I'm going to delete some stuff soon, but you'll want to see it come underneath and use this as resistance as it comes down. But I mean, we're still bullish, bro. So I'm not really thinking too much into it. And I think that's all I can really say, man. I hope this all helps. I feel like I was gonna say something else. Again, on the 4 hour, just higher lows, dude. And they're slowly creeping up here. Not a great place to be here, to be honest with you. But I would expect. Just pop up a little bit more, and then at least pull back or something. We'll see. But I don't know. There's nothing else I can really say. This is just lingering. But we'll see. So the weekly, I was gonna say something else. The weekly here. So we got the bullish candle originally for this daily pops up, comes right back into this down candle, and into the wick, and then if the because of this strong wick here, I don't expect us to come back in. If it's gonna stay a big bullish candle for a week and expand off, maybe they'll expand it off, and the final hurrah will be tomorrow or Friday. But otherwise, in a reversal profile, I would like to see, if it was a bearish week, and I'm not saying it will be, but I'm not trying to have it be a bearish week, but if it was a bearish week, I would see the top of the week high, and then you sell off for Thursday and maybe Friday, whatever, and then it becomes an indecisive week, or again, I don't know. I really don't know, and doesn't matter. But right now, we would expect it to linger up, and Thursday shoot up, expand, maybe a reversal profile there, and then come back. All the examples that I give you that are pretty wild, if I was to just have kept it more simple, that's a low, that's a new high. And from the low to the high, it's higher highs and higher low structure up. So I could have just said it's fanning up. I could have just drew it that way. And I haven't been doing it. I don't know why I haven't been doing it, but, just giving you the gist here, right? Like, that's pretty much it, man. I don't see anything else I can say. You guys take care, and God bless.